Welcome back to the Michael Maher Show. Today is Monday, October 18th, 2021. This is episode 66. And today I'm joined by Becca Moore, co-host of So I Was Like podcast. Drinking a little bit of coffee today too. Starbucks or Dunkin' right off the jump?
Starbucks, always, every day.
What do you get from there?
I get cold brew. I'm kind of boring. People always assume I would get like a bunch of like cream and sugar, but no, I just get black.
I got to get the caramel macchiato every time. Except it's like $7 though. I mean, it adds up.
Yeah, I know. I was a barista though, and like I was so bad. I made every drink different. I never even learned the ingredients. I basically got fired. But yeah, caramel macchiato is all milk. It's
yeah. Do you ever get food from there?
Yeah, I get food from there.
What do you get?
I get like the impossible. I'm a vegetarian, so I get like the impossible sandwich.
True. Yeah, we have it on campus. So that's like the only reason I get Starbucks. But first question that I have for you is when and how did you start working with Total Sorority Move? And also, like, what kind of content did you start making for them when you first started?
So I was making TikTok. I make TikToks, and those started to blow up almost a year ago. Around a year ago. And then Total Frat Move reached out to me, and they were like, "Hi, do you want to write for us?" And I was like, "Write for you guys?" Like, I was just confused. I mean, I didn't expect that. So yeah, I started out writing for them, and I would write like articles about like what it was like being in college and being in a sorority, because like all of my content is like basically anti-sorority and like how I like got kicked out and how I like always was in trouble being in my sorority. And so I would write for them. And then they asked if me and Alyssa, my roommate, would want to do a podcast. So now I just have a podcast through them, and it's really nice.
So you met Alyssa through Total Sorority Move?
So no, I followed her forever. Like I followed her. She blew up like 3 years ago on Twitter. And so I was following her back then. And when my TikTok started taking off, she followed me, and I like fangirled. And then I like wanted her to work for Total Frat Move so bad. So when we worked together, it was like perfect. And then, yeah, they put us together to have a podcast.
Nice. So how long have you had the podcast with her?
We had the idea back in February, and we were like trying to figure out how to execute it and like convince them to let us do it. And I think it started in May or June.
So do you guys have like writers for the show that produce the outlines for you, or are you guys able to like do it yourself? Excuse me.
We do everything ourselves. We have all the ideas ourselves, and we write it ourselves. We don't even really write it anymore. We just like have an idea of what we want to say, and then or what we want to talk about, and then we just talk for like 45 minutes.
Nice. And do you still do blogs and stuff for them?
You were supposed to. We don't. I've been slacking on that.
I mean, I have a hard time writing for essays for my classes. So like I couldn't do blogs just for, I mean, I don't know. How long does it usually take to do one? Like top and bottom?
In the beginning, I was a perfectionist, and I would like actually like write it as if it were a real essay. But now I like mostly just do random thoughts that I have, and I don't even proofread anymore. I'm a pretty good writer, honestly, but now I just have a random idea and I put it in a blog format.
Nice. Now back to your podcast with Alyssa. Like, what's an average topic or discussion that you guys have on the show?
We love to give advice to girls. A lot of it is like how to talk to guys, or like how to get over a guy. And we just tell stories of like things that have happened to us. Moving forward, we would love to have like guests on and like be able to have like a different perspective, because we both agree on basically everything. So I feel like it's going to get repetitive because we literally have the same opinion. So we would love to have like debates with like other people.
Did you get like the inspiration from Call Her Daddy? Because I know like that took off, but I feel like that kind of died down ever since one of the girls left. So
yeah, we get that a lot. It's like, are you guys trying to be Call Her Daddy? And I really do think that they paved the way for like a duo of like girls like having a voice and like just like actually talking about things that like we secretly think. But the difference is I think we're not very sex focused. Like they would be like, we don't talk about sex really. Okay. So it is a little bit different. We are more like advice based or like relationships, and not so much like the TMI stuff.
Nice. Now, whose idea was it, like throwing it back a little bit, to launch the podcast with Alyssa? Like when you guys first met each other in person, or you both started working for Total Sorority Move, like whose idea was it, and how did you go about building the show?
So they first hired me back in November, and they did mention it when they hired me. They were like, I think we want to have or maybe it was October, but they said that they wanted to have they knew that they wanted to do a podcast. They didn't know if it was going to be with one girl. They knew it would be like a girl podcast. They didn't know if it would be like two girls or one girl. And then we went back and forth on like who we wanted to be involved. And then when Alyssa joined, she also had the idea separately that she wanted a podcast of her own. So I was like, she was like, I really want a podcast. And I was like, oh my God, we should have one together. And then I was like, but just kidding. Like, you don't have to I can just be guest on yours. And then she was like, no, we should do one together. So I was so lucky. I was so insecure after I said that. But yeah, because I followed her forever since I was in college, because she was a Alabama sorority girl. And like, I loved hearing her perspective on things because I was from the North. I went to a Northern school. And so meeting her is so bizarre. And she's just like she is online. It's so funny.
Yeah, that geeks. I mean, I feel like every person's like the same in a way. Like you can like portray a certain person on social media, but like when you meet in person, it's like everyone's just like really chill and like honestly, really pretty easy to get along with.
Especially me. I feel it's so funny meeting people in person that know me from TikTok, because on TikTok I definitely am very sarcastic and dry. And in person I'm just like a normal human being. Like I don't like make fun of they're always like, you're so different in real life. And I'm like, well, like I don't walk around like rating things all the time. Like I don't just like do that in my daily life.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So when you were in college, if you don't mind me asking, like what did you major in school?
Yeah, no, I studied like PR and communications.
Okay, nice. That's kind of like what I'm doing. I'm minoring in communications, but I'm thinking about double majoring and picking it up. But tying into that question, if you weren't making content for social media or for Total Frat Move, what would you like to do with your degree?
I secretly wanted to do social media. This is like my dream job. I had no idea that I would actually be able to do it. So I would like lie to people and say that I wanted to do like social media for some brand, or like I wanted to run the Instagram of like a big brand. But in reality, I just wanted to do it for myself. But like I couldn't admit it yet. So I'm so lucky I get my dream job. I also studied social media in college. I got certified in it, but I never knew it would be, because to be able to like monetize your own brand and like your own social media, it's kind of difficult. So I'm very lucky that I'm able to like live off of this career. So I think I would be like trying to figure out a way to do this job that I have now.
Do you want to stay with Total Sorority or Total Frat Move for like X amount of years, or would you eventually like to go off and maybe become like a freelancer and make your own type of content with maybe you and Alyssa, or just you and yourself, or by yourself?
I think I would love to launch a YouTube channel. I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if it would be through Total Frat Move, but I would love, maybe my own YouTube channel. It's like
I feel like you get a lot more freedom. Like a lot of guys, or a lot of people that I listen to, like Pat McAfee's show. He was a former NFL player. He was with Barstool for so many years, like making good content, and then he kind of just went off on his own. And like the freedom you have to say whatever you want, the sponsors that you bring on, the guests that you have, like there's really just no control. So
yeah, that's like the one thing. It's like I would love to just be able to talk about whatever. And yeah, I mean, we kind of can. We have a lot of freedom, but like to have my own YouTube channel would be awesome.
So do you guys have a studio that you record at?
Yes, but they think it's funny to like record it in our apartment, because I keep moving this. I'm sorry.
No, you're fine.
Crazy. They think it's funny because we have no furniture. We've been living together for a month and we still don't have furniture. So they think it's so funny to record it in our apartment now, like on the floor. So right now we're doing that.
Yeah, all mine are different. I mean, like sometimes I do it at Zoom, over Zoom, like today. I have a studio back in my house, studio at school. So I don't know. I feel like consistency is crucial though. So like if you guys could like get in like one place, I mean.
Yeah, you tell them that. That's what I'm saying. But they think it's funny. I think it's funny too, but it's like, oh my God, we never know where we're recording.
Now, I heard you say you want to like start having guests on the show. Like who are a few people that you want to have on?
I would love to have Connor Wood. I don't know if you know who this is, like Fibula, Connor Wood.
Okay. I'm sure some people listening do though.
He's like this. I made a TikTok like pretending like I was, or like pretending in quotes, that I was like in love with him. And I said, if I could date anyone, it would be Connor Wood. And then he replied to it and he was like, hey, he just said, hey. So I think it'd be so funny to have him on. I think it'd be so awkward. We're trying to like convince Total Frat Move to fly him out. And yeah, I'm trying to get him on. Or like anyone from like The Bachelor would be interesting.
I was just about to say, I was about to ask if you could get anyone from The Bachelor.
Yeah, I've been talking to a couple of them, but like I really want a girl on. Like the guys, I don't know. They're not as like I mean, we would have a guy on, but like a lot of them live in Nashville, so it's like perfect. And yeah, having one of them would be interesting too.
All right, would you ever do that though? Would you ever like if you could be the Bachelorette, would you do it?
No, I would. I mean, well, yeah, for sure, I would be the bachelorette if I could, but I would definitely not leave early if I really liked a guy. I would keep going.
Yeah, I mean you gotta like get as much clout as you can, right?
Right,
I
and
mean,
like they get like free vacations and stuff. Like, why would you not?
yeah,
It's
free
like,
drink, free
yeah.
food. Now, are they allowed to have their phone out there though?
Oh yeah, you can't have your phone. But like, what if you like another guy? Like, what if the other guys are hot? Like, they bring in other guy. You know? I don't know.
Fair.
Or
Fair.
be able
So you wouldn't do like The Bachelor where it's like 50 girls and one guy. Would you do that?
um, I think the thing about me is like when I realize that there's competition for a guy, I like give up because I'm like, it's just not my thing. So I don't think I would last long. I feel like I would leave because it would make me feel weird. But I mean, it'd be fun to meet all the girls. It would be fun to like hang out. If we could like party. If there was a show where you could like party
Mm.
and they can't really drink on the show, so it's like boring.
Would you do any other shows like Love Island or
No, I would not do Love Island just because I've talked to people that were on it and you have to be in a bikini 24/7 and you don't know what time it is and
Mm.
you're living in like this plastic house and it like looks miserable.
yeah. I don't know. I know some people are obsessed with that show. I mean,
I
I've
know
only
I like watching it, but like at the end of the day, actually, okay, I shouldn't expose me. I was actually in casting for Love Island for like
no
the last,
way.
yeah,
Let's go.
and I made it to like the final round. But then I started thinking about it, and I didn't pull out. We kind of like ghosted each other, me and the producer.
Chill.
So yeah,
Do you regret it?
no, because it looks miserable. I'm telling you, and also I'd be scared that would be like the peak of my career, and then everything would
Fair.
be downhill after that. And
Fair.
like, yeah.
So what other shows do you watch like that aren't maybe reality TV shows?
I love like sarcastic, like really dry humor shows. Like I don't know, I like Nathan For You. I don't know if you know what that is. I feel like you would like that. I don't know you that well, but I feel like you would like it. It's
Wait,
on
what's it
Hulu.
about?
It's like this guy who like has these business models and he like makes like they're like jokes and he ruins businesses like as a joke. It sounds bad.
Okay, bet. I mean, you said it's on Hulu?
Yeah, it's on Hulu. It's so funny. Like if a business is suffering, like he like shows up to consult with the business, but he like does like a joke business model and they don't know that it's a joke. I guess it is a reality show, but it's like it's funny. You have to watch
Okay. What other shows? I mean, I don't
it.
watch like a whole lot of shows. I mean, I just started because this year I got a studio apartment, so like I have a lot of like free time and stuff. So like I've just been trying to rib like random shows, random movies, and everything. So
I only really watch like funny shows. Like I love The Office, obviously, and like Parks and Rec, and like any show where like they have the same sense of humor as me, because I definitely have like a very dry sense of humor.
now
So,
I
are
was at
you
Virginia. What's up?
are you into like South Park and like things like that,
Of
or what's
course, yeah. Dude, if
Yeah,
someone's not into South Park and Family Guy, like shame on them. But I was at Virginia Tech this past weekend with some of my friends, and we were all talking about well, not all of us, like half of us had seen it, Squid Game. Have you seen that yet?
oh god, no, I hate blood. Ugh.
Okay. Well then yeah, you probably wouldn't like it. I mean, I just like whenever there's a show or like a movie that's like super popular on Twitter, like I need to see the memes. Like I need to be hip to the memes. So like I'll force myself to watch it just so I can like understand all the jokes that are going on.
Yeah, I get them. I get the jokes. Like I feel like you don't even need to watch the show to understand like the whole thing.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely watch like a 10-minute synopsis on YouTube and you basically just save yourself 9 hours.
I know. I feel like it's just too dark for me. I get stressed out really easily.
Yeah. Well, and it's in Korean. So like, and I'm not reading subtitles because I might as well like read a Harry Potter book if I'm reading all those subtitles. So so I literally just have it dubbed in English, but like the motion of like the mouth is off from, what I mean, like the actual words. So I don't know. It's all right though. I mean, honestly, overall rating of the show, I'd give it like 8.2.
8.2. Interesting.
I mean, I was a fan of it. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I didn't hate it. I mean, I binged it all. I started it at 8 o'clock like a week ago and finished it at like 4 a.m.
Okay, sounds like you really liked this show. It sounds like it's your favorite show.
No. Game of Thrones is definitely my favorite show.
Oh, Game of Thrones. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, are you hip to that?
No, because I don't like blood. Like I hate it.
Yeah, but that's not like. I wish you were hip to it because like there's just so many like plot twists that go into it. Like I'm the type to like if I watch a show, I want you to like build up a character and then like you can't count on if they're gonna be around for like the next episode or not.
That's sad. That's
No,
like,
it is sad, but like it keeps you like anxious. Like you're like you don't know what's gonna happen. Like I don't want to watch a show and it's like, all right, like this guy is most likely gonna like do this and be successful at the end of the show.
are you in a frat?
No, I'm not. I have a bunch of friends that are in frats though.
Seems like you are. Wait, where do you go?
Bradford.
Okay.
It's yeah, it's like Southern Virginia. It's like 15 minutes from Tech. I mean, I'm in a business fraternity, if that counts for anything. But other than that, it's just business and then the radio club. But I'm more often at Virginia Tech like every weekend because we don't have a football team here. So
Really?
I go to
You
game
seem like
days.
you very strong like frat guy energy.
How so?
I don't know. Just
I mean,
like,
when I was a freshman, because I'm a senior now, but when I was a freshman, like a lot of people wanted me to rush, and I was just like unsure of what I wanted to do, and like I wanted to make content. Like I've always wanted to like do YouTube or something. So I didn't rush my first semester, and I was thinking about rushing my second semester, but then that's why in one of my comms classes, like the radio club came into our class, and they were like, "Yo, like if anyone's interested in doing radio, come to our interest meeting." So I went to it. I met everyone, and then like a week later, they were like, "Hey, you should start a podcast for us." And then I started it, and then it's kind of just like I'm still in the radio club, but it's kind of just like I really do it on my own time. You know what I
in
mean? Like,
college, I never thought like I secretly wanted to do stuff like media stuff. Even when I was a senior, because I just graduated last year, but when I was a senior, I never thought it was possible. I feel like you definitely could. You could just like you should make your own like YouTube channel.
that's what I mean. I just do podcasting. I mean, every now and then, like when I go on vacation, like I went to Vegas for my 21st. Like I made a vlog for that, but like I don't have a camera, so I just film on my iPhone. So like the quality's kind of shit to be honest. But I don't know. Podcasting is pretty cool. Like I mean, I enjoy it, and I've met like so many great people through. I mean, like I literally just met you through it. I mean, we're still doing the episode, but I mean, the connections like you build from it. Like that's why I do recommend if you and Alyssa can have guests. Like you definitely should because you'll reach so many more people from it.
I agree. I think you're right. We need to start having guests. Like it's like more fun this way.
I mean, it is like cool to do it by yourself. Like, how many episodes have you done?
We are on 15 or 16 now.
Okay, and then will you try to do one like one a week?
Yeah, one a week every Tuesday. Yeah.
Okay, true. So tomorrow?
Yeah, tomorrow.
Do you drop tomorrow or do you film tomorrow?
We drop it tomorrow.
Okay,
we have we pre-batch them, so we do 2 at a time.
That's smart. That's smart. Can you get like a preview for what tomorrow's is?
Tomorrow,
I'll help you promote it. I mean, not obviously you guys have bigger followings, but I'll try.
No. Tomorrow we are talking about. I think we talk about so like how we got our start in social media and how other people can do it. And basically, like this one guy, we just like tell the story of how this one guy like takes credit for like my success because he convinced me not to take this 9-to-5 job. But I hate this guy. He was my old boss. So we tell the story of how like I was like romantically involved with him and he screwed me over. We just tell the story.
So you rate stuff online on TikTok. Like, where do you get the ideas to rate the things that you do?
I got the first original idea from like I used to be really anti TikTok and I thought it was all like people dancing and like being weird on TikTok until I saw these like videos of these girls rating their outfits or like rating their old outfits. And I looked back through my old like outfit pictures and I was like at date parties for frats. And I was like, what if I, instead of rating my outfits, I rated my dates themselves? So it started like, I got that idea in the car. And then once I had that idea, it was like game over. I was like, wait, I could rate like pictures my sorority made me delete or like jobs that almost fired me. So I was like rating everything like bad that's ever happened to me and making it into a joke. And yeah, I've never stopped. Now I keep going.
So like how in depth do you go when you give someone a rating?
I don't. I make it up. The number is completely made up because I always say like
exposing yourself.
Yeah, I mean, well, my scale is like I always say like 30 out of 10. Like I just make up a number.
Oh, okay, so it's like random.
Yeah, it's random, and people, that became my catchphrase for a while. It was like 12 out of 10. So yeah, the ratings aren't real because it's all like negative, like bad things that have happened to me. So like the joke is that I rate them like super high. Yeah.
So have you ever been like honest, like giving someone like a really low rating to like piss them off? No.
I've never given a low rating because they're all low rating. Like every rating I give, it's about something negative that's happened to me anyway.
Have you thought about launching like merch? Because we were talking about like it's not easy to like make money off social media, like a merch line that's just like 12 out of 10 on a t-shirt or something like that.
I actually, a fun fact, I feel like no one will remember this, but back in like January, I did have hats for like a month and those did pretty well, but I had like no follower. I cannot believe that we did that back then. I had like no followers. And so I feel like, but now I just feel bad like releasing merch because it's like, do people care? Like I feel guilty. It's like, I don't want to like pressure people into buying something of me. Like, I don't know. I feel bad.
Sorry, my friend's calling me. That's actually one of my friends that are in a frat. He's probably asking if, I don't know what the hell he's actually asking. We have intramural basketball. Intramural football just ended the other day. So I think we have an intramural basketball game tonight, but I think I'm going to have to dip on that. So. Sorry, that's complete. What? You want to say hi to him?
Yeah, tell him I said hi.
Okay, bet. It's actually funny. I have I can't put this in, but I actually have tea. So should I call him back or no?
Yeah, do it. I love drama.
So you can hear it.
You should keep it in.
What?
You should keep this in the episode.
Keep it in?
Yeah, I'm kidding. I don't know.
What's up, buddy? Hold up. Wait, what'd you say?
What's up?
I'm at my apartment right now doing a podcast. What are you doing?
Oh, you're in the middle of a podcast?
In the middle, dude. You're literally on the. Wait, say hey to him.
Hi.
I'm on a Total Sorority Move or Total Frat Move. So it's a girl that does a podcast for them. She's actually cool as hell, but you called in the middle of it and she said to put this in. So Benji, I want you. Yeah, give me.
Shout out Michael Maher show. Greatest podcast out there.
Shout out. All right, hey, give her. She rates things on TikTok 1 to 10. Give her something to rate off the top of your head.
Off TikTok?
No. Just anything like. Give her something to rate, and she'll rate it.
Okay. I've had this little fascination with food lately. Kimchi. Give me a little rating of kimchi.
Kimchi? What the fuck is kimchi?
No one knows what kimchi is. Like, can we get it? Can you elaborate a little bit?
It's like a fermented lettuce. It's like Asian.
Fermented lettuce.
It's weird, but it's so good.
That's so weird.
Let me think about something else.
I cannot believe he asked you to ask me to rate something, and that's the first thing you thought of was
kimchi. Oh, that's the type of kimchi it is, though. Wait. Were you calling about intramural basketball though?
Yeah. I was gonna go see if you want to go ball.
Wait, do we have a game tonight?
Yeah, we got a game at 7.
Ooh, dude, I might have to start the season on IR. I got an essay to write and I got to edit this podcast, bud. Should you what?
Should I pull up in a suit?
Yeah, pull up in a suit, dude. I want you to bring an Xbox headset so it's like you're an actual coach, like clipboard and everything.
Football stuff. That's when you go talk to people.
Dude, you still didn't do it in football. Maybe that's why we lost the championship. But
hey, don't put it on me, dude.
I know we can't. We got to put it on the refs, dude, if anyone. But all right, before you get out of here, I got to finish this podcast. Not kimchi. Give Becca one thing to rate that's not a fermented lettuce.
All right. What's better? Honey Nut Cheerios or Frosted Flakes?
Ooh.
Frosted Flakes for sure, hands down.
Yeah, that milk at the end, bang.
It's so good.
Yeah, shout out. All right, Benji. I'll hit you up in a little bit. I just can't believe fermented lettuce. I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm gonna have to get a quick Google check on that.
I feel like that. Okay, is this better?
Yeah, it looks good.
Okay, sorry.
All right, let's look this up. I just got to get at least a pic. Oh, no way. It's this shit. Look at this. I've definitely seen this in like Food Line or something. This looks nasty.
Ew, that's what he's on a kimchi kick right now. Is that what he's doing?
No. I don't know if he's on a kimchi kick. I just think that's just the first thing that came to his head. He was just thinking about kimchi. Frosted Flakes, Honey Nut Cheerios is such a terrible question, if I'm being honest, because like like Frosted Flakes are like the first and second best cereal of all time. Like they're so head and shoulders above of anything else.
I know, like it's not even a fair. They shouldn't even be in the same like bracket. Like they're completely different.
All right, if we had a little cereal bracket going, like, do you like sugary cereals?
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Would you rather have Apple Jacks or Fruit Loops?
Why would Apple? Actually, I don't know. Maybe
Exactly. That's a good question.
I was gonna say, why would you say that? Like Apple Jacks are weird, and then I remembered what they're pretty good.
They bang. I mean, I fucked them big time. All right. Cinnamon Toast Crunch or Frosted Flakes?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, actually. It's the way better. I'm laughing because I've never been in an interview where like I'm like ranking cereal.
Well, I mean, it literally just started with Benji. It started with Benji asking Honey Nut Cheerios or Fruit Loops or whatever he said. Frosted
You
Flakes.
have to leave this in. It's like the most bizarre interview I've ever had in my entire
Good.
What you're saying, you're inspiring me. I kind of want to have like maybe one of like our ex-boyfriends on or someone like, because usually we try to have like, we've been thinking about having like big influencers, like big people on, but I feel like people are also attached to our personal lives. And like, because we do reference like what went wrong in our last relationships. So I think it'd be funny to have like someone from our actual life come in, but also I don't want to give them like the clout, you know, like I don't want them like have their own little.
No, I know what you mean. Now, what I would say is like, because I've done like, this is 66. It's like my 66th episode. I've had episodes where I get someone that they have like 250,000 followers on Instagram and then like 800,000 on YouTube. And you think just because like they have a huge following that's going to translate to your views and your videos and your subscriptions and stuff. Like half the time, that's not even it. Like if you can just have a genuine conversation with someone, it will like generate more views and subscriptions than an episode just because someone's like popular. Now, obviously, if you get like a certain, like if I got LeBron James, like obviously that's going to be my biggest episode. But anyone else, like I feel like our conversation today might just generate bigger views because my friends are going to be like, yo, like this was actually kind of funny. Like Benji called in and said some random shit or I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like the most like the less you plan an episode, the funnier it is.
Yeah. As long as there's not like long, awkward pauses. It's like sometimes like you're the type that like you can just say anything, I feel like, and like there's not really like awkward pause, but sometimes I'll be doing an interview with people and like I'm sometimes awkward myself. So like they'll just like I'll ask an in-depth question and they'll give me like a 2-word answer. And then I'm just sitting there like, damn, like
no, you know, it's like a first date. Like, have you ever been on a date where like the other person is nervous, so it makes you nervous? Like that's like the worst first date ever is like when the guy is nervous.
100%.
And it makes you nervous.
Now, what's the best like perfect location for a first date?
Getting drinks.
Okay, so just like going to a bar or something?
Yeah, because it's just like, or not even a bar because it's like that's like, ooh, that's like
different
loud.
vibe.
Yeah, but maybe like anywhere with alcohol, which makes me sound bad. I know, I'm sorry, but like alcohol makes it like less nerve-wracking, I think. Just like having like 2 drinks.
It just like takes the edge off. Yeah, like you said, like because if you're really nervous, like now how many first dates have you had in your life? And like what was a really successful one compared to an unsuccessful one?
I've had a lot of first dates. I think a successful one would be if the conversation was natural and it wasn't like an interview. But like, the worst ones are when it's like awkward and like both of you kind of realize that there's like, oh God, like
there's no chemistry. No, it's cringe. I can just imagine. No, I know what you mean. It's just like, oh, it's cringe.
Yeah, it's like it's honestly it's up to the guy to like be confident. Like as long as the guy is confident, then everything's going to be fine. Like no matter what. But if the guy like doesn't feel like confident in himself, then it puts a lot of pressure on me because it makes me feel like I have to like, I don't know.
So do you just try to go with the flow, or do you sometimes go in with like, okay, here's like 2 questions that I'll like ask at some point throughout the first date to like see what the answer is? It
depends on who it is. If it's someone that I really want to impress, like if it's like someone that I feel like is like kind of out of my league, like maybe like a famous person or something, then I'm like not myself and I think I'm weird. I like get like in my head, I'm like, oh my God, But if it's like a normal guy that I like met and I just thought they were like funny and cute, then usually I end up, those are like the best ones because I don't go in being like, oh, I should like try, like, I guess I didn't, wait, what was your question? Sorry, I wasn't even, I like went off on my own.
No, it's fine. When you said, what's your question? I kind of forgot. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah.
No. My question was, yeah, if you're on a first date, like depending on who it is, do you ever have like 2 questions like predisposed that you're just like ready to fire up?
I don't have like a certain, like, it's not like they need to make like a certain amount or like what their job is matters. It's more like, well, now it isn't like that. More like if you, because like I do have like, my career is weird, like, and I understand that. So I mainly look for guys that are like confident enough to understand my career and don't like need to be like more important than me or like don't feel like they need to like make fun of my job.
Oh my goodness. Hold up. Can you hear this?
Yeah.
How the hell do I turn this off my laptop?
You're such a popular guy. It's not your fault.
No, seriously, I'm so sorry. How the all right, there we go. Dude, that was a different person.
You timed it. You were like, make it seem like I'm really cool and I have a lot of friends.
No, I didn't even mean to do that. Because when Benji called me, it didn't come up on my laptop, so it just came on my phone so I could shut it down. But Damon just called. And now, oh, dude, I'm sorry about that.
No, you definitely texted me in your group chat and you're like, make sure
I'm definitely not. I mean, I could call this kid back, but who knows what he's gonna say? He's probably talking about like the football game tonight, if I had to guess. So
okay, whatever. I believe you.
So, sorry, what was the answer you said? Talking to a guy like you think they might not understand what it's like to like make content?
Like dating. Yeah, dating has been a little bit hard because I don't know, guys are like scared of like my podcast or like stuff like that. They think that I'm going to talk about them and or TikTok or they're it seems like they're a little bit scared of my TikTok and podcast.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever been on a date with someone like that either works for like a content creation company like Barstool or anything like that?
Yeah, I have.
It doesn't usually work out?
Just those specific cases it didn't because I mean I can't give away who it was.
I mean I don't care. I mean I'm not like
I mean I can't. I literally can't tell you who they were. But basically it was like it just didn't work out with those 2 guys. But yeah, I would love to be able to date someone that is in the same field for sure because that would just make my life easier because they wouldn't like make fun of me. Yeah,
and I feel like you could like bounce ideas off each other too.
Yeah, for sure, ideas because they like only a certain type of person kind of understands like I wake like my job isn't going into an office. It's like turning my phone on and like replying to people or like filming a TikTok, which sounds so shallow, but it's like that's literally my job. And some people don't take it seriously and they're like, oh, that's stupid. Like, come hang out with me instead. And I'm like, I literally can't. I have to make money. So, yeah.
That's one thing that I feel like people don't understand. And like, especially like older generations is the amount of money you can make on the internet. Like you can.
People don't believe me, I don't think, that I don't have a job.
You can make so much more money. And like you said, you don't even have to leave your house. Like you can just be at your phone. Like I think working in a desk job cubicle surrounded by people is like the worst way to live your life. I mean, like obviously to each their own. Like I don't want to like offend anyone that's out there listening that has that job, but it's obviously not for everyone, but at least for me, and it sounds like for you, like being able to like freely choose what you want to do throughout your day while still making content is like the best possible job.
I know, and it almost feels unfair because I do feel so lucky to have this job at like such a young age. Like this is my complete dream job, and the most disturbing thing. Okay, so like I don't come from money, and my family is like poor, and so like people always assume like I bought like all of my. Like I bought my way into this career somehow. But my mom's like a secretary at like a high school. Like my family's really poor. And so I'm making more than my parents do right now, literally off of TikTok, which is crazy to me.
Yeah, it's crazy that TikTok, like so many people have built their name off TikTok. It's insane.
I know, but it's like such a organic platform that I really like. People are always like kind of like angry when I tell them that. They're like, oh, wow, like cool, must be nice, like you have everything set for you. But I want to help others.
But you worked for it. I mean, like you can't just say that to someone. Like Yeah, okay, you're videoing, but like you have to edit it, you have to promote it, you have to
I
like
have an idea, but like I really think other people can do it too. Like if people are seeing my career and they're like, oh my god, like I hate her, like she has a better life, but it's like you should too. Maybe you should try. Like other people should try. You know.
that's what I would, yeah, that's exactly what I would always say to people. And like if it's so easy and you think like anyone can do it, like go try. Like literally go try. Like I've had people reach out to like try to start a podcast and either folded after like a couple episodes. It's like obviously I'm not making money doing it. Like my following isn't big, but like I understand like the hustle and like if I don't give up on it, hopefully like inevitably it will work out. But yeah, if people are like
Oh,
hating on you, it's like go try yourself. Like you have an iPhone, you have TikTok downloaded.
yeah, and I also just think that like if they're jealous like that, then I think that they're just insecure with their own life, and they should do it, and like they'll one day they'll look back and be like, oh, I was just jealous because I was insecure. So
Yeah. No, that's a good outlook to have. It's probably better than my outlook. My outlook was just like go try yourself. But all right, so when you're not making content, what are a couple like what's your top 2 social media apps that you just like spend a lot of time on?
I really do watch a lot of TikTok, and I also really like Twitter. I think it's so funny. Like I think that's like are you on Twitter?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm on Twitter. I mean, I more so use Twitter for like jokes and news. Like if something's going on in the world, like I go to Twitter first to like see like what's going on.
Twitter's like my favorite. I don't really have that many followers on it, but it's like I think it's like the funniest social media platform. I think it also like paves the way for like my sense of humor too, because people on there say the craziest stuff. Like, and it makes me feel like I can like say crazier things too, because yeah, I love Twitter.
Yeah, I like Twitter too. I mean, I'm really only active on like my podcast public accounts, but other than that, like I have private accounts like I have Finsta, PT. Like, do you know what those are?
No, what's PT?
PT's private Twitter. It started when I was in high school. Like basically my whole high school, like you would have a Twitter, like your public Twitter that like your family and stuff could follow, and then you'd have a PT, which was like only like your close knit friends. Like my PT profile picture, you wouldn't know it's me. Like my PT profile picture is like a picture of LeBron James from 2003 holding a flip phone, like taking a picture. It's actually pretty funny. Like I've had a lot of people tell me it's hilarious, but I don't know. So you just tweet like random stuff on that, and you don't really have to worry about like anyone
But
figuring
why?
out it's
I don't
you.
understand. Why don't you want people to see it? Why don't you just tweet it?
I mean, I don't really use it anymore, but like a lot of kids back in the day would use it for like tea. Like they would just start chirping other people and
Uh,
like just spilling tea like left and right. So I don't know. For me, it was more like posting pictures from like parties and stuff when I was in high school. So like I had a place to like store all my memories while like at the same time like my mom couldn't follow it.
That's the thing. It's like my Instagram. It's like I feel like I like to post like pictures where like of me with like my boobs out. Like I just like it on
Fair.
Instagram. But like I don't the thing is it's like I also have a personality, and I feel like my demographic on Instagram is like half guys, half girls. So the girls want to see me like talk about like clothes or like say something funny, but the guys only just want to see me in the mirror like taking like mirror pics, you know. So it's hard for me because like I want to be funny on Instagram because like that's just my personality, but I also want to be cute too. I guess I don't know what I'm saying. I just like
No, I
have
mean
like
I kind of understand, but why don't you make like a second Instagram account, like a Becca Moore too, or something like that?
no, because I need all of my engagement to be high on Instagram. So I throw it all on there, and I think it's confusing for people for like people or like guys that I'm talking to. I feel like it's confusing because I try to be funny but also like hot, and it's like
It's like you got to find like the middle.
yeah, for girl it's so funny because guys can be like whatever they want, but girls are like they are put into categories of like either you're hot or you are just like a friend and you're funny. So I don't know.
No, I see what you mean. So you don't have another like do you know what Finsta is?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I have a Finsta, but it's mostly for stalking people. It's
Oh my
not
God, that
for
sounds crazy. I mean, yeah, I haven't posted on like any of my social medias, like I said, besides my podcast one in a while. But I don't know, just going back and looking at like the memories, like my old tweets on PT are like some of the best things ever. We covered everything on the outline. Was there anything like specific that you wanted to talk about?
I don't think so. I mean, follow me on Instagram and TikTok and listen to my podcast.
Yeah, new podcast episode dropping tomorrow. I'll have Becca's Instagram handle below in the description. Yeah, So I Was Like podcast. So is it on every platform?
Yeah, it's on Spotify and Apple Music.
Okay, word. Yeah, so I'll have that in the description below. But yeah, today was Monday, October 18th, 2021, episode 66. I was joined by Becca Moore, co-host of So I Was Like podcast, blogger for Total Sorority to Move. But thank you very much for joining me. And yeah, we'll definitely keep in touch.